140 years ago, Abraham Kuyper, among others, founded this university. It started with a mere 3 faculties: theology, literature, and law. Nowadays, it is one of the most diverse, broad universities of the Netherlands, with over 30,000 students from all over the world attending our courses annually. The diverse character of the university is partly rooted in the fact that spirituality is considered a very accepted part of life. The Faculty for Religion and Theology, for example, offers courses in spiritual counseling for all kinds of religious beliefs. I myself studied religion at this university some years ago. Welcome, Tom, on this very special occasion.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, the roof party to mark the end of our 140th anniversary.
Yeah, quite something, huh?
Yes, and about a year ago, you received a very special request.
Correct, yes.
To compose a dance track based on samples from music from the 5 religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. What was your first thought when you got this request?
I thought it was amazing, but also complicated. So I didn't know if I had to say yes or no in the beginning, but during COVID I was quite a lot at home, and I thought it was an amazing challenge to approach music a bit more conceptual than I usually do. For me, a normal studio day is more going in and researching your own emotions without a certain concept. But for me, this other way of approaching music was new and very interesting to do.
But in the beginning you said you were doubting to say yes or no.
Yeah, because it's pretty difficult to combine such different musical genres and to find equilibrium where all these genres can sort of still stand in their rights, and you use the elements that actually are interesting without doing something cultural inappropriate.
We'll talk some more, but we have a short video showing parts of the performances from which you use samples, which we're going to watch right now.
To could pay you, and we are homeless, 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 we are homeless, we are homeless, we are homeless, sleeping on a midnight
Yeah, the intensity of this music gives me goosebumps. What do you feel when you hear this music?
It's absolutely amazing to see the intensity they put in their music, but that's very interesting when it comes to religious music anyway.
Yeah, you feel it, huh?
Yeah, there's another layer of intensity and sometimes even a divine connection, it feels. I mean, in the world we live now, a lot of music is not made or created to worship a certain God, and you can definitely see when this intention is within people, the music gets a golden edge. It's uplifting and almost spiritual.
And do you know where do you start? They're so different if you hear the 5 songs.
At first, I think in every song there are certain elements or notes that the singers hit that really point out for me, and started with those, and kind of try to find a chord schedule that would fit all the different songs, which was in the end a very simple chord, but I tried a million different ones. but
and if you listen to the songs, what song did you use at first? What was the first one you said? Okay, let me start with this one.
The Indian Girl.
Yeah.
That was the one I just was blown away about the most. She's so young and
you can feel it.
Yeah,
you can feel it.
Yeah,
Me too.
So I started with her and with the basic note that she plays on the instrument, and from there on I started layering the other songs, and sometimes pitch shifting it or not. But I try to, respect the songs also without totally chopping it up.
What moment? Can you describe a moment where you were like, okay, how will I solve this?
At a certain point, I had a structure to work with, but the coherence was very difficult at some point. How do you
bring those worlds together?
Bring these worlds together. And I thank God my neighbor, Kasper Kalf, is a very good bass player. And we kind of researched which bass lines could actually serve every song without changing. And that took us 2 days or something.
Yeah, I'm so curious what you made of this. But how? What I want to know, this is the first time you worked like with a concept. What will you take with you from this project?
When I encountered a problem, like for instance what I told with the bass, I always try to solve it myself. But this time I called in help from professionals, and we found a way to do it. And that's something I really learned from this concept. If you can't do it all by yourself, there's a lot of other people that...
Yes, Tom, ask help.
Ask help.
Ask help.
Yeah, but as a solo producer or musician, that wasn't the normal thing for me to do.
And what do you think is the spiritual power of music?
I think music has very, very strong, big spiritual power. Music itself, but also how people receive it and in which situation they receive it. I mean, nowadays we have music all the time, but you can also remember that back in the days, music was something that you might listen to once a week, and it would actually just take you into heaven.
Does it take you into heaven?
Still, yeah, very good music. Still, I just have to close my eyes and I'll be somewhere else.
And is there something, these different music that we saw that it has in common?
I think the people you see are very, very, very trained, talented musicians who have a devotion in the way they practice their instrument or voice. And this devotion is so strong. It's not like, I like music and I'll study it. No, this is
devotion.
A path that's given you by the light of God. You can be a musician, and this is your life. This is your path in life, and this is a very different way to study music, to practice music. This is almost impossible for us as Western musicians to understand this devotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you composed out of these songs. So let's listen.
Let's listen.